So looks like Tyreek Hill's wife is going through with the divorce. And what is so crazy about this is the fact that she allowed him to have at least five kids outside of their marriage and she stayed with him. And this is why I always tell you dudes, a woman will play the role until she is in a position to get what she wants. So now his wife is really going through with the divorce. After she put up with so much, all of a sudden, after she had his kid and they got married, now she's all of a sudden she can't put up with his behavior. And anyway, but let's get into it. So it says in an emergency court filing, Miami Dolphins star Tyreek Hill's wife, Lakita Vaquero Hill, claims he has never been alone with nor cared for their 4-month-old daughter. So it says, despite this, she says he demanded to take their child from their shared home a little over a week after police rushed to their Sunny Isles condo during one of his violent, abusive fits that led her to promptly filing for divorce, she says. Now, this is very interesting because it says one of his. So my thing is this. If he done this before, why you didn't do anything about it? Who knows? But let's continue. In last Tuesday's filing, Lakita requested exclusive use of their marital home, a 3-bedroom, 3,555 square foot condo in the Porsche design building at 18555 Collins Avenue, Sunny Isles. She also asked the court to mandate that Hill only be able to see their daughter under supervision. Through the motion, she said she said she wants Hill to only to see their daughter under supervised temporary time sharing, as 50-50 custody will be detrimental to their daughter. Wow. It's funny though. It's funny, bro. Like sometimes, man, a woman will change on you, bro. A woman will switch up on you to the point where it's like, damn, is she the same woman that I thought loved me? She don't even want the man to get 50-50 custody. She said it will be detrimental to their daughter. And what's interesting though, she requested exclusive use of their home. So she want to use his home, but she's not willing to give him 50-50 custody. That's interesting. And it says, per the motion, she invited Tyreek to visit their daughter that Tuesday. However, when he came, he insisted on taking her. Police were called, but told Vaquero Hill she had no choice but to let him take the baby. This is very interesting right here. So the police were called, but told Vaquero Hill she had no choice but to let him take the baby. So she obviously didn't want him to take the baby, even though she called the cops and the cops give him the okay. That's interesting. The court document continued to read that Hill had never taken care of the baby, never bathed her, never changed a diaper, never dressed her, and never put her to bed. When Vaquero Hill pointed this out, Hill told her his mother will figure it out. Interesting. His mother picked up the baby as Hill had not arrived in a suitable car. Lakita filed for divorce following an April 7th fight that led to the police intervention, where Tyreek allegedly conducted himself in a threatening, violent, abusive, and unsafe manner toward her mother, and their daughter. Afterward, he listed the condo for sale, took her car, and began threatening to take their daughter, according to the motion. The motion also claims Hill has rented a luxury apartment and refuses to give her exclusive use of the condo, wanting to come and go and send his family to the home whenever he pleases. This is interesting right here. This is very... So she's mad because he rented a luxury apartment and refuses to give her exclusive use of the condo. That sounds a bit entitled. According to the filing, Hill has no sincere desire to spend with the baby, and that his objective is cohesion and control of the wife. Hmm. Now, this is very interesting, man. This is very interesting. My thing is this: the fact that she allowed him to have all those babies on her, and she stayed, she never complained, she put up with it, and all of a sudden, as soon as she had their first child, all of a sudden she want a divorce now. This is not new to you. So you was okay to deal with it in the past, but now you're married to him and you got the baby. So now you got some leverage to go after his money. All of a sudden, it's a problem. This right here is very interesting, man. But look, I did a breakdown on this. Check this out.
And only exclusive Dolphin star Tyreek Hill once again involved with police, this time after an argument with his mother-in-law. Local 10's Rush Lowe live now in Sunny Isles Beach with more on what we're learning today. Rush.
And this was a concerning call to Sunny Isles Beach police on Monday. Let me set this up, and this comes straight out of the police report. Tyreek Hill's mother-in-law was very concerned for her granddaughter. She told police that Tyreek was in an argument with her daughter, grabs the baby, and then starts walking towards the balcony.
The daughter, the subject is the husband on scene.
The call goes out. Police race to the Porsche Design building in Sunny Isles Beach on Monday.
Subject is Tyreek Hill.
The mother-in-law of Miami Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill calls the cops. The call goes out as an assault in progress.
Subject black male wearing a white tank top.
When police get there, they make contact with Hill, his wife Keita Hill, and their child.
I'm ready for it.
They also speak to Tyreek's mother-in-law, Alicia Vaccaro. Let's get right to the police report. Quote, Vaccaro stated that Tyreek is very aggressive and impulsive, and that he has anger issues, and she is afraid for her daughter. And when she saw Tyreek arguing and throwing her daughter's computer to the floor, and later grabbing her granddaughter and start walking with her in his arms towards the balcony of their 35th floor residence, she called the police.
Get out! Get out!
Hill has made headlines for off-the-field incidents. Remember last September when he was pulled over by Miami-Dade officers outside Hard Rock Stadium on game day? Those traffic citations were eventually dropped. Straight out of the police report, Tyreek's wife tells cops that her arguments with Tyreek are becoming more frequent. When she told him he wasn't involved enough with the baby, she says he grabbed the baby, and she's now in the process of filing for divorce. No charges in this case. Both parties stated that the argument never became physical, even though officers observed a light redness mark, bruise on the mother's left upper chest, and questioned her about it. She replied that it probably had happened without malice when he grabbed the baby from her. Officers observed that the baby was in good health and good physical condition. Okay, now this is very important. So the concern here initially, and right out of the police report, it's 35 stories up. And the mother-in-law, was very concerned about Tyreek Hill with this baby apparently walking towards the balcony, and that's why cops were called. But also out of the police report, it says that Keita, his wife, did not want to write a statement about the incident. And Tyreek left the residence in the presence of the police.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Look, some of us men just gotta learn the hard way. This right here is Tyreek Hill's wife. This is her mother to the right. Here's the reality. He got engaged to her in 2021. In 2023, he got married to her. As of April 2025, a year and a few months after, she already filed for divorce. Bro, they got you, and they got you good. I keep telling y'all, fellas, these women will play the role to get what they want. If you cheat on a woman, bro, and she stays, she's staying for a reason. But she gonna get you back. She gonna get you back. It never fails. And look, fellas, to my brothers, To the men out there with melanin, understand something, bro. Whenever y'all decide to date outside of your race, if you are not a puppy, if you're not going to be like a puppy type of dude, super nice, be careful. Because the way you express yourself, they are going to look at that as, he's aggressive. I'm scared. You can't forget who you are. And when things like this happens, it should remind you.
Tyreek Hill really just confirmed that he has 10 kids, with 4 of them being born in the last year. These are 4 of the women that he had kids with, and this isn't even including his wife, who he's been with for the last couple of years now. Tyreek does confirm that he does take care of every single kid though, as well as their mothers, to make sure that they're stable and live a comfortable life, which is honestly pretty great.
Yes, excellent.
See, if a man don't know how to handle his success, it can destroy him. See, sometimes money give people a false sense of reality. It can make you feel like you're the man, you're untouchable. All these women want me. But it's all an illusion, bro. They don't want you, they want the money. That's all they are seeing. His wife allowed him to have babies outside of their relationship, and she stayed.
Man, Tyreek, man, a Florida judge has ruled that Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill is the father of another child, a baby girl. Hill reportedly has over 12 children, and it's 5 this year thus far. All right, this is just weeks after Hill announced his wife is expecting.
Look at Tyreek Hill's silly wife.
Got engaged in 2021, and then kind of just, it got too real. We needed to break off. I ended up moving to LA. Tyreek ended up hitting me back up again. You know, I was just like, we know each other. We know what we're getting into. Like, if that's what you want, then let's go to the courthouse and do it. And we got married, signed papers, and our life changed.
You smart.
If he was broke, she probably wouldn't even give him the time of day. But in his mind, he's thinking that this woman really loves me.
I love my mommy.
You love me? Oh, baby.
And then they started to go to therapy. Well, it was to try to save the marriage. But the marriage was already over with, bro.
I had a tough 2024, me and my wife. Like, I tell her that all the time. I say, look, we done had our house burnt down, motherfucking in the news about a divorce. It's like, damn, 2024 ain't going how it's supposed to be going. But I know it's for a reason, though. I tell her, like, it's going to be beautiful. The end of all of this is going to be beautiful, and I know it. And maybe we just need a fresh start, just me and you. That's probably what it is, but I haven't laid my hand on it. But
people saying you're getting divorced, and it's very public. People now looking at you, looking at her. How do two people deal with that?
Just communication, just having open communication. You know, sometimes we all know in relationships is going to be agreements and disagreements, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I made it to where in our household that there are going to be certain situations where she is always right and well, not right, but I would say she is making like full decisions, and sometimes it's going to be me making decisions. And when we come together, we got to be able to, you know, agree to disagree. So we just try to live by that, man. Like, nobody's right. We always got to have open communication, even when it's tough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we had conversations about, you know, a post-note. And that was really where it all spiraled from, like a divorce or whatever. I don't like saying that word, but that's really where it all spiraled from. Like, and that, all I'm gonna say is, shit get weird is when you tell people outside your family. You feel me? That's when shit get weird. Like, so if you telling mom,
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Look, it is what it is, man. Fellas, be safe out here, bro. But please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ, and I'm out.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.